The Immortal John Hancock here, and thought I'd do a Portland swap meet pickups video. And what a great little show. You know, this show is something that the people have requested in the Portland area. And want to thank a big shout out to PRGE and Josh Hamlin and Richard Thomas and anybody who else was involved with the organization of this show this year. And you know, this is a swap meet, and this is a small show about the size of Cowlitz, maybe a little bit smaller in attendance, but you know, hundreds of people gathered today and came to this swap meet, which is this is the 4th year they've had it. It typically happens in January, and it's a lot of fun. You know, a lot of people, you know, local vendors come together, and it's such a great event. And every year I go, I love it. This has been the best year yet, and I know that this year Josh Hamlin and Richard Thomas were brought in to help kind of help organize it, and it was great. And so I had a lot of fun, and just want to thank everybody involved and show you what I scored. Now, a lot of people have asked, you know, gosh, you know, it's hard to find games these days, and that might be true in your area. And so we're blessed on the Northwest of having one mega show, but then there's a lot of smaller shows that happen. The next one, and the next public appearance that I'm going to do outside of my job is going to be Cowlitz Gamers for Kids, which is March 31st. And so, you know, if you don't have shows around you, that's unfortunate. But there's a lot of great shows happening across the United States. The West Coast has got you covered, and you know, I scored some great things. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you, be transparent. I had $300 to spend, and so that's, you know, that's a hefty chunk of change, but that's not a ton. You know, that's still a budget. This is something it's money I saved last couple months, put together. Staying within budget, and this is what I scored. This is what I spent my $300 on. And yeah, so I'm going to start off with something odd. There was a gentleman that had some really great products, some older products, and he had a 2600 either Brazilian or, you know, it was weird. It's Airplane Fighter, and essentially it's a hack of River Raid, and it's one of these carts, the V carts. These are collectible, and you know, talking to Rick Weiss, you know, there's a lot of these. Sometimes the label ones, the end label ones have numbers, I guess, the numbered series. Sometimes those are more sought after. But anyways, these are cool. And there was a couple of these at the show. This one's cool. It has like a picture of what the game looks like, though I didn't have an orange background. Mine was blue, so again, I was playing this on a 7800, and so very cool. I'm going to do a future video of some other pirate games I scored from someone donated stuff to my channel, so look forward to doing that. Anyways, very cool. Alright, next stuff. Fan of the show donated this, Superstar Football, and this is a great Bambino. They made like a sport line. I do believe there's a boxing and stuff. I'd like to do a video on this, possibly, and opening it up and talking about playing this and stuff. Very cool having one boxed, you know, that's cool. Alright, next up. Robert Harder, Dr. Ness, and he makes a series of customized Nintendo cartridges in Donkey Kong Pauline Edition, which is really cool. Thank you, Robert. And yep, got this from him. Great stuff. Couple Game Boy games. I've been wanting to collect more Game Boy games. I don't know if I'm going for a full set. It's a long haul. It's expensive. There's a bunch of really hard to get stuff. And I you know, loose cart's fine with me. Battle Bowl from John Riggs. John Riggs, thank you. And he scored that. I've never seen this game. I've never played this game, and so I'm gonna maybe do a video of this in the future. We'll see. Picked up RoboCop. Anyways, yeah, scored RoboCop. Almost have it on all formats, and so I even have the Trash 80 RoboCop. So, yes, very cool. Johnny Mono. I scored this. My box is better, but inside my cart was damaged, and I love that sometimes when you get a box, you You can do a cart upgrade to things sometimes just because it's protected in a box. Because look at that Mr. Dew. That is so nice. It's got that shine. I love that. And manual's nice in here. You know, and it's just like sometimes you can get a really nice cart upgrade by buying a beat up box version of the game because the box still protects the cart. So very cool. Love Colecovision, by the way. All right, I'm saving the best for last. And I did pick up this. Now I have this boxed game, but inside sometimes it was a really good deal. It has all the goodies, and as Rick Weiss, my good friend, would say, the goodies. And so, yeah, Legacy of the Wizard. You know, in a box NES game, you know, $15, not bad. You know, shape's in decent shape, complete. That's not bad. That's not bad. And the game you either love or hate, but it's not a bad game. My friend Jonathan Rose, he loves that game. So, yeah. All right. Oddball. Robert Schmuck, man, he scored me some oddball stuff. Robert's part of the Seattle Retro Gaming Expo, SRGE, and that's a great show up in Seattle that I attend. And he scored me some Memorex Vis boxed games. And you're like, what's that? Well, essentially, it was kind of like a CDI, but more multimedia and less game and less of everything. And it was typically sold at Radio Shack, and it has a lot of just weird multimedia stuff on it and very light on gaming. But it was a game system, and it even used a Microsoft operating system. So really weird, bizarre. Rick Rabbit scored that. Better Homes Healthy Cooking CD Cookbook for all the times that I'm going to be cooking. The Secrets of Jose Freeman. Really bizarre stuff. Our House, Explore and Learn the Multimedia Way. Featuring Family Circus. Talking Stepping Stones bonus track. Meeting of the Mind series. Interactive games of history, art, music, and ideas. Just bizarre stuff. They're pretty hard to get, and they're rarely sought after. I do have the whole United States NTSC set, except some of the non-game stuff. But I have a game set of that. But those are some box upgrades, and for some things that I only had CD of. So interesting. All right. Next up. This is probably the best thing that I spent my most money on. And there was a ton of Sega Genesis stuff at the show. There was lots of vendors. The prices were very reasonable. And there was some really pristine shape Sega Genesis stuff. It was in excellent shape. And sometimes when you collect, especially going for full sets, you make some sacrifices. Some people don't. They collect everything mint pristine. You know, you look at their wall and it's... I'm jealous of it sometimes because it's like they focus on subsets and it's just gorgeous. But, you know, for me, trying to collect everything, or not everything, but a ton of stuff, I've made some sacrifices over the way, over the long haul, of condition sometimes. And sometimes, you know, I'd go for 8 out of 10 versus, you know, because of save money or something. And so finding these in a great shape, it's a great condition upgrade for me. Some of my manuals of my Genesis collection are a little dog-eared, but most of it, I would say 95% of it is in really good shape. Well, anyways, long story short, box of Shove It. This box of Shove It is gorgeous. I mean, it is in really good shape, and it's original. And look at the condition of the cart and the manual. That is awesome. Glad to upgrade my condition of the game. Marvel Land, again, sometimes, especially collecting like Sega Genesis games, is sometimes a lot of these were in rental stores and the boxes were on display. They get sun fade over time. It's easy for these to lose some of the brightness. And when I saw these, I'm like, oh, those are in gorgeous shape. I mean, look at the manual and everything. It's just really nice. Nice to see that. Oh man, look at that. This is a pretty tough game to get. I paid for it. You know, this is where some of my funds went today, but But yeah, and it's even got the, you know, poster and everything. This is in really nice shape. And so, yes, awesome game, awesome condition. You know, renovation, made some great Sega Genesis stuff. I haven't talked about Sega Genesis stuff on my channel in a while, so this is a nice way of kind of bringing it back, you know, because some people do think I'm a Sega fanboy. Just saying. That's okay. All right. Technocop, another game. Look at this. Wow. You know, Technocop, another game that you just rarely find. I mean, I can't tell you how many copies of this game I found with a, you know, nothing wrong with a rental sticker, but, you know, I hate that when you open up a game and it's just got a big rental barcode on the actual cartridge. Now, it's cool that it was a rental game, but, you know, it takes away sometimes from the artwork of the actual game. Now, I love original stickers, and I love having the original stickers, especially if it identified from a specific place that has an address. I love that. I prefer those to be on a place that doesn't cover up the gorgeous artwork of the original release of the game. And so I don't take stickers off. I mean, I'm known for that, and that's okay, you know, and I won't. But it's really nice to find a clean copy like this. And so it's my Technocop was not like this. So very cool to have that. Last for the Genesis stuff, last and definitely not least, is my Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, and it is in really good shape. Now, my Michael Jackson's Moonwalker in my collection has been in my collection for 20-some years, and it's not in this shape. So, nice to do an upgrade there sometimes, especially, again, that was a chunk of my funding today. That was about half, a little bit less than half for that, but it was worth it. I mean, those are gorgeous condition Genesis games. I love Sega Genesis. It's a great game console to collect for. The artwork, the plastic shell casing, yes, very cool. All right, I did win a raffle ticket items at the end of the show, and I won some Super Mario cereal. Now, I may eat this. I may use a video and just eat it online and just tell you how it tastes. And you know, it essentially looks like Lucky Charms to me. And I think what I've decided, I won 2 boxes. So 1 box I'm going to eat, and I'm going to use the amiibo. And the next one, I'm going to send this to Cowlitz Gamers. And I think this will be a silent auction, you know, for charity. And I think that's the best use of that. So very cool. Got some Super Mario cereal. Didn't have to pay scalpers or anything. I won it. It was great. All right, last but not least. All right. I've done previous videos of some crazy Amiga score. In fact, a year ago, I showed a pickups video of what I scored from the swap meet. And it was really cool to come and find some Amiga stuff at the show, reasonably priced. Battletech, the Crescent Hawk's Inception. Anyways, just a gorgeous, gorgeous shape. You know, awesome game. Really cool. Amiga, just, man, I love Amiga stuff. Anyways, that's awesome. To find that, reasonable price. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Eye of the Beholder 2. And again, it has all the goodies. You can hear it. It's complete. And it's got some great stuff. And I love PC gaming. Especially, people ask, you know, do you collect PC games? Yes, I do. I prefer Amiga or Atari ST is kind of my jam. Commodore 64 as well. Original Apple II stuff. I kind of particular about, like, those are my jam. I do loose cart 8-bit, you know, VIC-20. I'm still looking for a Commodore VIC-20 cassette tape player. I have some of those I like to show and play, and I tried looking at the show. There was one there for 30 bucks. I'm like, I didn't want to pay the money. Last and definitely not least, the last thing I scored is the Immortal. I had to have this. And it was funny. I walked up to Sean. Sean was selling, he sold me these Amiga games, and he's like, oh, of course I got to sell this to you. So had lunch with Metal Jesus and had a great time. And again, he got a picture of me, Metal Jesus taking a picture of me with this. It was awesome. So anyways, I am so thankful for people continuing to support me, and by the comments, the views, the likes, it helps me out so much. And I love collecting. I love talking about video games. I love having this as a hobby, and I'm continuing to just really enjoy and appreciate everything that I have, and it's been fun. To all the people I got to talk to today, thank you. And yeah, just gonna keep doing this and keep on keeping on. And so thank you so much for continuing to view and watch. This is the immortal John Hancock. My hat's off to people around the world. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. Let's see you soon.